Good morning, everybody. So today's topic is living on borrowed time. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. This is a topic we really need to discuss and talk about. So times are dire. Get out of debt the time is now, guys. We have so many people, because of inflation, gas prices, and groceries. They're living on credit cards. They have no savings, living literally paycheck to paycheck. Let's dive into this because I've been watching a lot of financial analysts and experts, and man, this is the worst possible time to be overspending, to overextending yourself, using credit cards as if it was fluid cash. And we're getting into trouble, literally. People are using credit cards for groceries and gas, and because their paychecks are not going that far. So, man, we are living in a world where there is instant gratification, and it is everywhere. People, you're swiping your card, you're buying $200 yoga pants. I mean, come on, people. I mean, holy cow. We, as a population in the United States, are in trouble because we have inflation going on, gas prices, food shortages because of pandemic and other situational, aspects of this whole couple years. So we're going on 3 years now, and man, right now, guys, this is the time for discretionary spending. If you are in a lot of debt, I urge you to please get on a budget, start paying down debt, because man, we've been hearing a lot of talk, of what people are buying, what people are spending, how they're getting in trouble. So yes, they're using credit cards to pay for gas and groceries. And what we're hearing from experts and financial analysts is that credit card companies may be decreasing credit limit balances because people cannot pay. So if you have a $10,000 balance and they're not seeing a lot of activity of payments, but your debt is going up and up and up, they may be recanting those large buying power, credit limits due to this. So credit card companies, they want to cut the limits as well because they need to protect themselves. They don't want to give you all this access when there's no way to really pay it back. So you are living literally on a credit card. You got to stop. You cannot. We need to change our thinking in what we're doing. So we got some hard numbers from last week, and I've been doing some research on a lot of numbers. So less than 20% of the population right now have less than $500 in savings. We're not going to make it with these type of numbers. Guys, you have got to save for a rainy day. No matter, you just have to. I mean, we're in dire situations, and then another 56% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency. You just can't. They're with no savings, and, your credit card limits are racked up to the hilt. Man, it's, we really need to talk about these things because most of our country in America, people are broke. They're broke. They're, you can see that people are broke. They're using credit cards, but I don't know what's going on because the experts are saying that people are buying. They're out there buying. They're buying cars. They're buying $200 yoga pants. But who's buying? Who is buying what they're saying that we're buying? So something is going on. Something is wrong. So who is buying all the homes, all the retail spending? Who's doing it? Because it must be the upper class, because us lower class, I mean, I'm a rowboat on the ocean here, so to speak. So who's spending when the lower class, we aren't buying. A lot of us are getting out of debt, trying to save and try to pay down debt while student loans are in forbearance and stuff. So I don't know where they're getting all these numbers or whatever from, but it just, something's wrong. It's not sounding correctly, because the experts have all the data from the population, but then the financial side of, like the stock market was up 500 points the other day. How? But they're saying people are spending money. I don't think they are. They're buying gas and groceries if they're spending anything, so people are broke due to, overextending, buying everything, living paycheck to paycheck. They're overextending and trying to live a more affluent life than what we really have. And I did it for years in my younger years, but now that I'm older, it's like I'm too old to be so stupid for so long, So, I have student loans. I had credit card debt. We just paid our credit card off, and we paid 2 or 3 others off. The time now, guys, I'm urging you, you got to get your ducks in a row, because something is happening. I don't know what, but from the numbers to what the statistics are showing, they're not adding up. I don't know who's buying cars or whatever, but it's crazy, because right now Americans, the past due percentage on auto loans is at 4.5% in this country. Delinquencies are on the rise of auto loans. So people who bought cars are now, they can't pay for them. So, and we learned last week that the auto industry, even themselves, are offering 6 months of auto loan forbearance. 6 months. So they're saying that thousands and thousands of people now who bought those new cars can't pay. So they don't want them back, because that's going to look bad. So they're offering a forbearance to auto loan as well. So student loans are in forbearance, auto loans are in forbearance, credit cards are just about to retract, the high limit credit ceilings. So man, I don't know, but gas and food are on the upright, but wages are not competing. Wages cannot compete with inflation this bad. It's just crazy. So with all of this going on, so we know that people are building houses right now. It's astronomical. So what you bought a $100,000 house for 4 years ago is going for almost $400,000. That's crazy, and auto, oh my gosh, the APRs are going up, housing percentages, your mortgage, on what was a 30-year 4 years ago is going up. People aren't, I don't understand it, house payments are going to be next. It is. And man, when even people who are renting, if they can't pay right now, man, once they lift that, eviction order, all those people got evicted because they couldn't pay when the pandemic was happening, and they did the, where you couldn't evict anybody. I don't know. It's getting worse all the time, guys, and we need to be diligent. Do not live paycheck to paycheck. Please get on a budget. Stop living on borrowed time. The time is now to get your ducks in a row, start paying some crazy debt off. And even if you don't make I don't make a lot of money, guys. My annual income is between 33 and normally it's 33 between 38. If I do a lot of overtime, I can bump that up to almost 50. So I'm on the lower end. I'm literally, if I didn't do a lot of overtime, my income would be about 38 a year. It's not a lot. It's on the lower side of, income earning, but I like where I work, and I'm happy where I work, and I feel like I make a difference. So that's why I stay, and I'm allowed to do a little bit of overtime. So we're definitely taking advantage of that right now. So anything that you guys can do, a side hustle, work some overtime, be diligent. Yeah, you have to sacrifice now to get great rewards later. But man, these numbers are staggering. The credit card companies saying that, holy shoot, they're about ready to lower the credit limits on credit cards because they're not seeing a lot of payments happening, but they're seeing a lot of activity and use. That's not good. I just it almost makes me nervous knowing what I've learned over the past week. I did a whole bunch of digging, and these percentages, 20% of the population, does not have $500 in savings, and 56% of Americans cannot afford a $1,000 emergency. They don't have any ways to pay, and man, we were that way about a year ago. We didn't have a savings. We spent everything that we had. We had multiple things that we bought. We bought a hot tub, we bought a pool, we bought patio stuff. We bought a second car. Just crazy crap, stuff that we didn't really need, and now you pay for it later. So please guys, I urge you, I beg you, get on a budget. Live on less than you make. Stop using credit cards as an income, because you're going to get yourself in trouble. You won't be able to pay it back. And I'm telling you, use this time right now. If you have student loans like I do, I have $94,000 in student loans, and they are in deferment from the president right now. I am using this time right now to pay off other stuff, so when they come due, I can put a larger chunk on them later. And be diligent, guys. Have a plan and be prepared. Prepare. I'm telling you. So I just wanted to bring this information to you guys, and it's very important. We need to, as a population, and those of us who are kind of on the lower spectrum of the low middle income earners, we need to be more diligent with our dollars and stop spending every single dime that we make, and because it's going to hit us. And I'm not sure what's going to happen or what's coming, but something is coming, because something isn't adding up, So all right guys, thanks for watching. Stop living on borrowed time.